Alrighty, diving into game 3 here up against Stasis, one of the three or four, I believe, four now. One of four players to get into the Decklists channel so far this season. Double checking that claim, and that is correct. Stasis was one of four players who's gotten into the Decklist channel, and the first of them. Looking forward to that. Stasis, very experienced with the format so far. Unfortunately, not going to be able to participate in the GP, so trying to get in as much as they can of the format. Our November GP champion as well, so that'll be interesting. Yep. Wanted to know if I am recording, and that I am indeed. I wish I was playing a more interesting deck then. Well, can I beat a 1? Oh. He rolled a 2 to go first. This should be interesting. I don't know if I should take wish I was playing a more interesting deck as oh wow, talk about mulliganing. That is a 0 lander. Into a 1 lander. Ooh, my goodness. Ooh, this is gonna be us going to 5. Weird 7 that they're thinking about. Uh They still may. Letting them think about their mulligan before I make my second. Just standard procedure. I try to follow it where I can. I try to avoid taking mulligans before my opponent, and I try to be quick on mulligans when I'm on the play. All right, this is keepable. This is 2 lands. We can say goodbye to Dawnglade Cultivator. We can say goodbye to Yen Slope Skidder, and that is going to be turn 1 Seeker into turn 2 Skidder Tiller into probably Nylia's Call on one of these to just push damage. Hopefully I don't just die. Main 1. And Seeker. 2x Forest, Venusaur, Morning Sun, Seeker. Here we go. I wish. I wish this was a Bulbasaur instead of a Skidder Tiller, because I would be able to flip it on my... oh, that's Elder of Offerings. Oh, God. No, Stasis not like this. Not another Persist combo. That's a Nyx Weaver, if nothing else. They have said sorry about the deck. Hey, gotta practice against Persist somehow. Combat. Beep beep. They take 2. Main 2. Skitters. And ship it. Taking 1 from Dormant Temple for a Reawakened Recruit. Yeah. Yeah. Untap draw. Nyx Weaver. Nylia's Call on the Skidder Tiller. Combat. Honk honk. Yep, they are going to block with the Reawakened Recruit. That's actually kind of interesting, but I guess if they have a Raise Rampage, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter too much. So they're going to take 4. I'm going to go ahead and get another counter on the Skidder Tiller and pass away the turn. And we're going to get to see, presumably, Opaleye Caretaker sacrifice this Raise Rampage, just kill us. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Presumably, the Reawaken Recruit could be the block here, but I don't think it's going to be like too relevant. Thorngrafter, draw here. Let's just go right into combat. Turn 5 sideways. No blocks. Damage. We chip them for 6. Or we chip them for 5. Counter on the Skitter Tiller. Main to... pay to Skitter Tiller to Furrow. So we're going to remove a counter. View Library, Forest, and Thorngrafter. So counter on the Thorngrafter, set annotation. Let's go... Let's go Death Touch, because we can pass that over to the Skitter Tiller next turn. I do have the win here, but I'm more than happy to go through it, especially for the vid. Yeah. Ozon's Blessing, Pop Off King. Get the Caretaker. Caretaker is a 3/2 for what it matters. Presumably, they would also... They are at 5. Binning the Elder of Offerings, and then presumably just gonna, yeah, raise Rampage, and we can call it there. So essentially what's going to happen here is they're going to sacrifice Reawaken Recruit until they go and find a Gorgon, a Seductive Gorgon, and then they're going to raise Rampage the Seductive Gorgon. So that is unfortunate. Second verse, same as the first. Let's just bring in the Assailants, the Spotted Sluggers, the Blessings, and the Peaceful Journeys. As much interaction as we can. So that is going to be Thorngrafters out of here. That is going to be down a Nyx Weaver, down a Brutality, down a second Brutality. Let's trim a Cultivator. Just the one, though, I think. Let's trim a Skitter Tiller. Let's only trim a couple Nylea's Calls. I don't know what removal suite Stasis is on, but I felt like I kind of wanted it. No, let's go down. Let's go down all of the Nylea's Calls and keep up the Skitter Tiller. I'm not sure how to feel about Nylea's Call in this matchup in particular. Against Li, it didn't seem like there was a ton of removal to be too worried about, but I have to be a little concerned here, I think, because I don't know what Stasis's removal suite is on. I think this is a much easier decision to make in the GP, where it's an open deck list format. You can see, you know, are they boarding into a lot of removal, then play the Nylea's Calls, or then board out the Nylea's Calls. If they're not really on a lot of removal, keep them in. I'm going to keep this 60 as is, though. I'll play. Alrighty, that is Rat, Companion, Blessing, Blessing. Keep 7. And they're keeping a 7. Let's go ahead and play a Rat. And pass. Elder of Offerings. Alrighty. Untap, draw. Peaceful Journey is nice to see here. We'll go Forest, Budding Companion, Combat, Rat Grows, Rat Gaming, Swing 2, and Pass. So we have our tech. We have the Ozon's Blessing. We have the Peaceful Journey. We have options. Dormant Clearing, we're going to see 2 for presumably, a Telhado Saboteur. Feeling very happy to have boarded out some of those copies of Brutality here. Feeling less happy about the fact that this just kills one of my creatures here. Because it will trade with even just the Budding Companion. Let's untap and draw. Spotted Slugger is interesting. We could go Slugger here, because I feel like that prices them into trading with the Slugger over the Companion. Let's go Forest. I would love to be able to hold up the Ozon's Blessing, but in a pinch, we have the Peaceful Journey here, so let's go ahead and Slugger. Slugging them. Combat. No rat, frowny face, and swing. Counter on Companion, and go ahead and move the blocks. So that's going to be Saboteur blocking the Slugger, I suspect, here, because I don't see why they would ever let the Slugger connect, and I don't see why they would jump with the Elder of Offerings. Kind of the perfect 2-drop to have here, especially with us having this extra land. They're going to trade. Oh, wow. They're going to block, let the Slugger connect with nothing available. Okay, I take 2. I take 2. I lose Bulbasaur. Alrighty. Hate losing that, but Slugger is going to put some meaningful pressure on them. It means that Ozon's Blessing is now a lot more sketchy. And of course, we have Peaceful Journey here to the end of time. I will target the Slugger and say no. It doesn't have to be other. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna have Slugger kill my own thing. I'm not even going to jokingly say it, because that is how I make some regrets. Or I make some mistakes that I will have as regrets. Dormant Land's hurting here. We do see the Opal Eye Caretaker. Show me Potato Salad. Elder of Offerings. And raise. What is your target? Target the Death Touch dude. Exile the Death Touch dude. IRC. Yeah, so I think, yeah, the Raise Rampage does just get fully nullified, so that is going to be valuable for me there. Nice stuff. They are passing here. I'm going to go ahead and untap and draw. We get Labette du Harnell. I meant to take this out. Uh-oh. That's bad. Whoops. I think this is just going to be a blessing for Holton Clan Assailant. Kill the Caretaker, right? Kill the Caretaker. We push damage. Get this Elder of Offerings off the board. I just want to double check as well. Yeah, they took 2 off of the Dormant Lands. Where is Holton Clan Assailant? Just go ahead and clear that for me. Thank you. Go to combat. No rat again. And beep beep. And they're just going to trade off with the Shaman token. That makes sense. Take 4, and feeling pretty comfortable here. Like, there is still a world where this could be kind of scary. But with the double green-white source, that is going to keep them off of being able to go double raise into the Persist creature. And of course, now we have Ozon's Blessing up, so we can just hold in Clan Assailant at our earliest convenience. We will draw Forest. I'm not going to run out Labette du Harnell. This doesn't meaningfully change our clock. But I will play the Forest here. Go to combat. And swing 5. Hit for 5 and pass. What you got here at our end step? Totally inconspicuous 4 mana up. Ozon's Blessing. They are thinking. So Ozon's Blessing is scary, but I still have some play around this. Because one of the nice things is Opal Eye Caretaker is a triggered ability. So I can respond to the trigger to put a counter on it to Ozon's Blessing, a Holton Clan Assailant, to fight the Persist creature. So Persist creature, raise Rampage isn't the kill. And in fact, that puts them to 1. And yeah, we're going to see the Persist creature here. So, yep. We get the GG. Alrighty. Where are you, Labette du Harnell? You are not supposed to be in the main deck right now. Get the Skull and Weaver, get the Dawnglade Cultivator in there. I think I'm content not having the Brutalities, not having the full 4 of Brutalities, especially seeing the Telhado Saboteur, which was another thing that was on my radar if I felt like I needed targeted artifact enchantment removal. Had the Gorgon in hand for a while. Interesting. So they had the sack outlet. They had 6 outs. So they were digging for Opal Eye Raise. Whew. The nice thing there is because they had 2 life and 2 dormant lands, I actually, I'm not going to tell them this, but I had lethal no matter what. Because they get the Opal Eye or the Raise, and either way, I'm able to disrupt their combo. So ready to start. Now the scary thing is I have to do it on the draw. They will play this time. Oof. Not the hand I want to see here. It's got the Peaceful Journey, though. Like, maybe I should just sit on this? I don't know. Opponent is having some choices here. Very glad I am not the first one to make a mulligan call here. This is some like choices to have to make here because Dawnglade Cultivators right now are kind of doing a whole lot of nothing. I'm almost tempted to say like right now the plan is Seeker on 1 into turn 2. Do not play the Cultivator. Hold up Peaceful Journey. And they're keeping 7, so very comfortable keeping this Peaceful Journey into the blind. Opal Eye Caretaker is the play here. Going to draw a Forest. So I could look at Cultivator now. Yeah. I think I'm more comfortable going for the Cultivator with the 3rd land in hand. Go ahead and pass. Getting a Plains down. Ooh, that is a rough turn there. Get to untap and draw for a Snakewoods Hideout. So let's go ahead and play Seeker of New Horizons. Play Forest as land for turn. Counter on the Seeker. And go to combat. Swing 1 here. Yeah, they take 1. Second main. Let's run out Cultivator. And just put the Snakewoods Hideout into play tapped. And pass. And I think at this point, where I'm comfortable being is just Snakewoods Hideout onto the Seeker every turn, hold up the Peaceful Journey until I have the opportunity. That is a second Opal Caretaker. Yeesh. Never mind. Untap, draw, Brutality. Interesting. I'm gonna go for the Skull and Nyx Weaver here. Let's tap a little better there. And let's just swing 4. If we lose the Seeker, that's fine. We're taking out an Opal Caretaker here. Yeah, so Caretaker blocking, Seeker. Let's move to damage. I lose this. They lose a Caretaker. And they take 2. And that's it. Brutality to get more bodies on the board would have been nice, but I think right now I just wanted to get Skull and Nyx Weaver developed because this makes a lot of plays a lot safer. That is no land. Oh. Draw. That is a Snakewoods Hideout. Interesting. Something to think about here. They have no possible world where we die next turn, which means I like Brutality, untap a land, Snakewoods Hideout, put a counter on Skull and Nyx Weaver, and give it trample. Never trust the math, it always lies to you. I see. We're going to play Snakewoods Hideout. Tap 1, 2, 3 for Brutality. Those on Skull are +1/+1, keyword, and untap land. Targeting a tapped basic. I love that so much of Nyx Weaver is like you get to decide as resolution happens. So that's going to be counter on the Nyx Weaver, set annotation trample, and untap this forest. Brutality on the field. Just pump up the Nyx Weaver here. Combat. And that's a honk honk. So 7 damage, push them to 10. We get to pass here. Unfortunately, we are shields down with the Peaceful Journey, but again, with no black sources here, there is no world where they can go swamp. Because I know Stasis, I know they're not on Heroes Never Die. Oh, the GG is because we got it. It drew 4 black cards in a row. Holy crap, did we just beat Persist combo again? One of the nice things here is, again, I know Stasis is not on Heroes Never Die. Heroes Never Die complicates things so much here because this white mana can represent the Persist creature or the Gorgon, but it's just a little more awkward on the mana. And I understand Stasis just loves Raise Rampage, which understandable. You know, it is double Resurrect. Very, very solid. This is two persist matches down. I think it is a lot of me skirting a lot of things really carefully, but this is also sort of the nature of persist, where it is an A plus B plus C combo, and you have to spend so much of that time assembling A plus B plus C that aggression just is so brutal here. Um, so uh, so that is, I guess, your memo. If you want to beat the persist combo, uh, have a lot of aggression, have removal, have aggression. I think burn and brutality are probably two of the best positioned decks against this strategy, with special mention also for tempo. So if you're running into persist a lot, burn, brutality I think is really sketchy. I would be hesitant to say that this is a good matchup for brutality by any measure. All of these games were nail biters there. We had to be in such a nightmarish position in game 3, and really kind of just got there on the basis of opponent not having the mana needed there. So uh, thrilled to say that this deck is 3-0. We need to win one of our next two matches to get this into the deck lists channel, and I'm feeling pretty optimistic. Thoughts so far though are Thorngrafter has felt kind of middling. I have liked that you can use this to sort of just like sack it, put a counter on Budding Companion. Labette du Harnell, I have not gotten to see in play. I have had in hand once in game 2 where I said, oh, this wasn't supposed to be in the main deck, and that was not a good sign. And then I have otherwise just wanted to board it out every match, so that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign for Labette du Harnell, as excited as I was to play this card. And one thing that, came up in that sideboard match in game 2 was Telhado Saboteur might be worthwhile in the sideboard, or possibly even in the main deck, as just a targeted removal spell for artifacts and enchantments that can be gotten off of Ozon's Blessing. Not sure how critical it is, but it is something that's good to be thinking about. So let's see how round 4 shapes up.